Hello, in this lesson we're going to talk about the select node. The select node is used in 3D to make reference to different parts of a geometry such as the faces. The select input make reference to the faces depending on its labels or its geometric characteristics. We're going to start with an input with this configuration of 4 areas, and each area have a different label, and each area also have different labels on its edges. As you can see, when I make a first render, as you can see, all the areas have different labels in its edges. So, we're going to apply the select node, and we're going to start using the most simple method of selecting. It is by label. We're going to select the Thous label, and we're going to perform an operation that is an extrude of 5 units high, and we'll see the result. The result is that in the south, this is the Thous label, the red one, will appear the operation, the extrude of 5 units. I can select another label and make the same operation, and as you can see, in the south, the red one, and the east, the yellow one, will have the same operation. We can also, using this icon, else, we can select the rest of the areas except the ones that I previously selected. If I do this by the else, the extrude will perform in the areas that I did not select in the node selection. This is the simplest way to make selection. But there is another way that points to the geometrical characteristics of the areas. That is by condition. By condition have a list of many conditions that you can add to your selection. The first one is by the length of an edge. It has an edge by length, alright? And you have to complete this selection. The first contains an edge label, for example, Thous, that is length is a less, for example, 5 units. Let's see which areas match that condition. By the output, you will have the areas that match the condition. By the else, you have the areas that do not. Alright? Now, the extrude perform in the areas that match the condition. That is, the Thous have 7.7, more than 5 units in the east and the south areas. Okay? The Thous edge have 7.7. The Thous edge has 7.7. I can add more conditions. That is, for example, an edge label east that is at least 6 units. Okay, let's see what's happened now. The only face that match that condition is the Thous face that has 7.7 by the Thous and 6.6 by the east. You have to have in mind that this condition relate between them with a logical operation of AND. This condition must match and this one too. There is another condition that you can use that is by opposite, and that refers to the relation between the different phases. For example, the phase contains an edge label. Let's see. Let me watch the. Alright, the phase contains a label east that is opposite to a phase label south. The only phase that matches with that condition is this one that have an edge label east that oppose to the phase labeled south. I can add another condition. For example, let me see again. Let's label is that opposite to a phase label, for example, west. East. And this is the area that matches that condition. Has an east edge that opposed to a phase label also east. For the last, we have another way to use the select node, that is by amount. For that, we're going to use this this variation that is a 5 by 5 array of different areas, 25 areas, and I will say by amount select one of those areas and then perform the extrude. I'll say, as you can see, it select one randomly, select only one area and perform the extrude. If I get another model randomly in every render, it will take random area, but just only one. I can say take 3 areas, take 3 areas, and randomly will take 3 areas in every render. Okay? I can select a range of areas from 3 to 6, and as you can see, now we perform in 6, now in 4, now in 3. From 3 to 6 randomly, the system will take some of the areas. And for the last, we can say not simple numbers, but percentage. For example, I will perform the operation in 50% of the areas, and as you can see, this is what it takes. In the 50% of the areas, the system performed the extrude. If I change this percent, for example 30%, the result will be the 30% of the areas. This is useful for in a building. You may distribute some air conditioning units in different departments that not everyone have air conditioning, and you can make that a random effect of different equipments distributed in the facade. That's all in this lesson. In the next one, we'll be talking about the extrude node. Thank you.